Don't worry about how or where you begin. As long as you keep moving, your success will be far from where you start. Kevin Kelly, my friends, 10 to 15 minutes each and every day. As I told you yesterday, I am traveling this week out on the high seas, had trouble getting the emails out. I kept getting rejected by the ship's intranet, like I was trying to crawl in there and do something illegal. So I had to wait till I got to port this morning, was able to get that out. Nonetheless, YouTube let me upload everything. So did Libsyn. So the podcast got out and the YouTube. So please check YouTube if you don't get the email that all of the subscribers typically get. I'm sorry. I'm doing what I can to try to get that out, but I am doing the show. Let's jump into these markets. We see everything is down for the day except gold, up 1.07%. Let's first start with the S&P 500. Market is still open. It's 321 as I start this broadcast for you. S&P's down a little bit, 0.20%, but it is an up week. You can see where the markets have popped up, slid sideways, and then as we started this week off, popped up nicely, particularly yesterday, Monday afternoon, and slacking off some today, but a decent candle on the weekly. And the 2-day candle has finished drawing, and it is a decent 2-day candle. So moving in the right direction on the S&P 500. NASDAQ 100 down more, twice as much, almost 3 times as much as the S&P 500, but not much when it comes to the raw percentage, up 0.58% to be exact. But again, pulling back some. Still, though, the weak, nice green up candle. Volume, doesn't say so much for us. Volume is low here at the end of the 2-day candle, by the way. When we look at the S&P 500, you can see how low the volume, less than half of what that prior 2-day candle was. So again, volume slipping out. It is a holiday week. We're not expecting a lot of crazy stuff to be occurring. We look at the half day, you can see weak in the morning, weak in the afternoon. So we'll see how stocks continue to move again. Market is closed here in the States on Thursday for Thanksgiving, open half a day on Friday. Caretakers are in charge because most of the bigwigs are where? They're out for the Thanksgiving holiday vacation, except for the hardcore crazy ones. Now, let's see what's going on with 20-year bonds. 20-year U.S. government bonds. We see they are pulling back a little bit for the day, 0.19%. But again, starting the week off okay. A decent sized candle compared to the priors. Again, very weak volume. Weak volume here. Less than half of what it was 6 days ago. So again, as we look at things, we can see where bonds popped up in the morning, rolled off a little bit in the afternoon. So again, not much happening. Gold, bit of a different story. We saw gold down yesterday, but this today popped up nice in the morning, carving off some of that in the afternoon, still up over 8%. You can see all this volatility, particularly in the 2-day candle there with that long wick on the top, little wick on the bottom. And again, another little note here, these dashes that TradingView puts on here, they can confuse you. So when you look at a candle, always move to the side to make sure you're not seeing wicks on top, longer or shorter or existing when they're not. There is a little wick at the bottom here. As I move away, you can see it. So again, volatility there, decent volume also, not quite average, but more than the last many days on that 2-day chart. Lots of volume in the morning, like I said, on the half day, pairing it off in the afternoon. Green candle forming after 2 weeks of spinning tops. Lastly, take a look at Bitcoin down 1.15%. And again, you can see where that weekly candle is pushing through the prior trend line. Again, showing some weakness there. You can see it on the 2-day with this sideways slide. The last high was back on the 2-day candle for Wednesday, the 8th and 9th of November. So again, sliding sideways. You can see on the half-day chart, we're up in the morning and afternoon on Monday and then dropping below in the afternoon on Tuesday. So some weakening there on Bitcoin. Forgive me. I kept wanting to say gold or 20-year bonds. So let me encourage you to continue to follow the markets. It's important to follow the markets during holiday weeks, even though there may not be a lot of stuff happening. You can get cues and clues about what's actually going on. And again, you're going to learn by doing. And by following the markets on holiday weeks, you will learn things also. Always remember to fill out your trader's diary. If it's nothing but a piece of paper where you write down every day what you are thinking, what you are learning, and check that against what happens moving forward. It will always improve your trading. Remember that old adage from the medical profession. If you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World headquarters.